Here's another hard G helpful hint. All right, so it's Labor Day today, and that means one thing to me: winter's coming. It's the end of summer. It's time to check out vehicles and make sure that they're ready for winter. You want to check and make sure that you've got good tread on your tires. This one's not so bad. I've got some decent tread on these. They're in good shape, but this one over here, there's a screw in that one. We'll pretend like we didn't see that. Don't worry about that. It's also a good idea to check out your dents and make sure that they're still in good place. Definitely want to check and make sure that all your fluids are good. Your antifreeze isn't going to freeze up, that your oil is in good shape and it's been changed. Your air filter, somewhere there's an air filter. I've never seen it. Might be here. Make sure that this useless thing is still in place. You don't want to damage it. Be careful when you take that off. And that your bolts that hold the radiator and everything in is good shape. You might notice I'm standing directly in the shower with sparks. That's for safety reasons, because I don't want to catch the garage on fire. I figure if I get lit up, I'll just run outside and roll around in the snow. Yeah, I probably should have looked at that a little better before I did that. Why didn't they just put this trap door on here in the first place? But this was the trickiest part. I had to fabricate some stuff, and it worked. I got some of this stuff from Tractor Supply. Got a bag of bolts and nuts and washers and lock washers, and yeah, you don't want to know what it looks like underneath there, so that I could get my arm down in there and hang onto a bolt. But at least this way now, it's going to be so much easier to pull this out and put it back again when the next thing goes wrong. And that your bolts that hold the radiator and everything in is good shape. With winter coming, it's always a good idea. Now we've got underneath here, we've got our spare tire and our jack, and you always want to make sure that your spare tire's got good air pressure in it. The jack's in good condition, and this is a real easy spot to keep all of your stuff. It's nice little cubby holes. I always keep a can of Fix-A-Flat. You never know, that's a quick, easy fix. If something happens, I just throw it in there. Nice and easy. If you have a charger for your battery, you can throw that in there. A good set of jumper cables still right there. It's a perfect spot for it, right? Wrong. Never do this. And here's why. If you have a vehicle like this, and when I say vehicle like this, I don't mean this fine, luxurious, high-performance machine that this 2008 Saturn Vue is. I mean, the features on this thing never fail to... So you can lock that so it doesn't open when you're driving. You can unlock it so it does open. It never ceases to amaze me. And then check this out. We got this sick little hook that clips right in there. And then watch this. You can hook it up there. Bam. Now you can do your things and stuff, and that won't fall and hit you on the head. What will they think of next? So yeah, if you have a vehicle like this, with this, if you have an electric button, hear that? If you have that button rather than a mechanical latch to open your hatch, so your battery's dead, you've got these jumper cables, you can get in there and no, you can't open that. Battery's dead, latch won't work. So what are you going to do? Well, you can go around here, and if you're lucky enough that this is unlocked, because the beep boop won't work, you got this unlocked, you can get in here, and if it is locked, you got a key. No key over here. So you can't unlock this one. You can't reach around and just unlock it right here because it's way back there. So you have to crawl to get that unlocked. Now once this is unlocked, Okay, so you're in here. Your jumper cables are under that. This won't open because the battery's dead. Now, to get back here, crawl up in here. If you're in good enough shape, and you can not open this. You're not getting to your cables. It's not coming open. And then if you do get it open, you still can't get to them. You see that? It's just that little lip right there is holding it. And I'm trying. I'm really trying to force it open. It won't. It's catching. So your cables are there. Don't put your cables there. Find another spot for them because you won't get to them when you need them. Here, maybe. At least for the winter time when the potential for a dead battery is greater. Under the seat, maybe. There's also this other slick spot. I've never tried it, but it might work. This, one of the great features in this fine piece of machinery, has a little trap door. What is that? Oh, delicious. So maybe they go in there. I don't know. Find a spot for them. Put them somewhere that you can get to them when you need them. Because that's not going to work. So out of curiosity, I went ahead and disconnected this battery. Just because that's the way I am. I wanted to know if this would actually... And it does. It unlocks that, but it won't unlock anything else. And you are definitely not getting into here. And also, this guy, with no battery, it doesn't recognize that your foot is on the brake, so you can't pull this lever. Fortunately, I got into this situation before, and I yeeked it. Now, I can go into any gear I want without touching that brake or without touching that thing because I broke it. I broke it kind of on purpose, but kind of out of an emergency, because when you get parked in a spot where you can't get the cables hooked up to it, you can't get to neutral. The other problem is you can't get your key back out of it. See that? Dead battery, key gets stuck in there. This won't move, can't go to neutral. Can't push the car back, can't push the car forward just to get to a position to put cables on it. Can't open that back hatch to get to the cables. So, I love technology. So when I was broke down, I am speaking from experience, when I needed a jump start and I couldn't move the vehicle and I couldn't get to my jumper cables and all this was going on. I couldn't get my key out of the ignition. It may or may not have been a fit of rage that I yanked it into submission. And now it works nicely. Electronics are stupid. For the most part.